My name is Eoghan. I'm from a STEAM class of 2017. I currently work for a project management platform based out of the west coast of Ireland called Cora Systems. I'm working in their professional services division, heading up the US department. Prior to that, I worked at Telnix, a startup out of Chicago. For the STEAM program, I always had a keen interest in business. And when I went through my undergraduate degree in computer engineering, I kind of wanted to figure out how I could merge that technical understanding with some kind of a business acumen. So STEAM was a great way for me to be able to develop those business skills to complement the technical skills that I had from my undergraduate. You know, the big thing that I remember from being in STEAM is the people and the experiences that I had with the people. If I was to be more specific and kind of think of some events that were really kind of big in my memory, I would say the Silicon Valley trip in March was pretty inspirational for me to be able to see, you know, how that industry works and kind of to get embedded in the industry for a week. That was fascinating for me. And also the charity cycle that we did at the end of the year. We cycled from here in South Bend over to Chicago, to the Bean in Chicago. It was a really tough, grueling cycle, but I did it with 10 other people, and I had a fantastic time, and you really get to know someone very well going 110 miles across cornfields in Indiana. I also did meet my wife while I was in STEAM, so that was a fantastic experience for me as well. Preparing me to fix things that matter, I think STEAM helped with that, and STEAM helped my mindset around that. I now aspire to fix things that matter as a result of being immersed in the STEAM program. I think going through my undergraduate degree and learning computer engineering with a general engineering background, fixing things and building things was always something I was really interested in. And then since coming to STEAM, kind of that matter piece came a little bit more to the forefront, and you know, even today, I aspire to be able to work on projects and as part of, you know, companies that are really doing things that matter. Being exposed to STEAM's entrepreneurial sandbox gave me some pretty pragmatic skills that I've applied throughout my whole career. You know, one of the big things that's preached all the way throughout STEAM is to put the customer at the forefront and to really focus on understanding problems that the customer has. I think throughout my whole career, that's definitely a skill that I've applied. No matter what part of the business I was working in, whether marketing or engineering, product management, or professional services where I am now, I think, you know, kind of naturally as a result of going through STEAM, I tend to put the customer and their problems first, and that's been really helpful for me. STEAM has guided my career really by giving me the confidence to take on roles outside of the technical roles I think I most likely would have sort of stuck to if I'd come straight out of computer engineering into the workforce. As a result of going through STEAM, you know, I focused a lot on trying to take on roles and responsibilities outside of engineering. So I've worked in marketing. I then went on to work in product management. I'm now working in professional services. And you know, it gave me a lot of skills to be able to do those roles. But I think the thing that was most important was the confidence to know that I can do those roles, and my technical skills paired with the more pragmatic business skills that I learned in STEAM allowed me to be able to do that. My biggest piece of advice for incoming students is to, you know, really just enjoy the experience of spending 11 months on this campus and 11 months immersed in this program with all these phenomenal people. You know, immerse yourself in the program, do the classes, and there's a ton to learn from doing those classes, but also immerse yourself outside of the program. There's, you know, some of the best relationships that I have in my life are as a result of the amazing people that I met when I was in STEAM, and I think, you know, the impact that's had throughout my life has probably been bigger than the impact that a lot of the classes that I took in STEAM have been. So I would say, you know, don't get too caught up in all of the classwork. There's a lot of it, and there's a lot to learn, and really make sure you prioritize building those relationships and spending time with all of the fantastic people that you're amongst. The main differentiator for ESTEEM, at least for me, based on the schooling that I've gone through, was the pragmatic approach that they have to teaching entrepreneurship and teaching in general. I'm kind of a learn by doing kind of a person, so driving us to get out of the classroom, to go speak with people, and to get involved, and to get involved with our capstone projects and generally involved with the community around Notre Dame, I think was really helpful in both building my confidence for when I went into the workforce, inevitably afterwards, but also generally just helping morph my perspective on entrepreneurship. I kind of, I learned a lot in going through that process, and I think actually getting out and learning by doing is something that I now apply to really everything I do, both personal and professional. The skills that I gained throughout the program were mostly kind of revolved around, taking initiative and going out into the world to immerse myself in whatever it is that I'm participating in. So, if looking for a job, I know it's not just going to come to me. I'm going to have to go out and speak with people, build a network, and actually immerse myself in the process. That kind of pragmatic way of doing things and creatively being pragmatic about doing things is a skill that I learned, I guess by osmosis from being in ESTEEM. I don't know if it's something that was necessarily taught in the classes at ESTEEM, but it's definitely had a large impact on me throughout my career.